Hey everyone, and welcome back. So we have the Arrow announcements for January, which just got announced, and one more thing, which I probably usually wait till the end of the video, but honestly I'm going to cover it first because we've waited so long for it. And finally, we do have up for order the 4K of Trick or Treat, the one from 1986. We've waited so long for it, and it's shipping pretty much right. Like from this recording, it's shipping like the next day, or at least it's supposed to anyway. So currently, it's only available on 3 sites. The Synapse site, obviously, because it's their release, which is synapsefilms.com. Orbit DVD, which is orbitdvd.com. And then from diabolicdvd.com. Went up for order at noon today. Hopefully, I get this video out on Friday. And boy, was it fun trying to place an order. Obviously, I say that very sarcastically. In fact, it took me an hour trying to get on the Synapse website. And then finally, I was like, which I should have done in the beginning, even a buddy of mine told me to do this. I just went to Diabolic DVD and ordered a copy. So obviously I wanted to mention that right out of the gate because again, we've been waiting for this for so long and I can't wait to get my copy. And again, I'm happy it's ready to ship. You know, it's not a pre-order. Pre-order maybe by one day, but it's ready to ship out no matter where you get it from. So now we move over to the Arrow titles that are set for this coming January. And it's actually an interesting mix. We have, let's see, 2 titles that are UK only, and then how many titles is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 titles that are US, Canada, and UK that we can all get, which is great news. And the 2 titles that are UK only, we're actually getting, one of them we already have here, and the other one we will be getting. But that doesn't matter. Let me just get right to it. So why don't I do the 2 UK ones first? Set for January 6th, retailing for £29.99 is a 4K release of The Usual Suspects. Now, for those of you here in the States, we already got Usual Suspects 4K from Kino. Now, as far as the 4K restoration goes, I don't know whether or not they are the exact same transfer. Usually for Arrow, like it'll say, you know, like 4K restoration, you know, by Arrow Films or something. It doesn't say that, so I'm assuming it's using the same transfer. But obviously, you know, with Arrow, you should get their compression, which is a lot better. It's actually one of the best in my opinion. It's got a ton of extras. I know some of these have been around for a long time, like commentary with the controversial director, something for another time, the composer, and then a bunch of interviews, with most of them being archival, so they're ones that definitely have been around for a long time. And that is a 4K release, and there will be a separate Blu-ray release, and again, UK release, so I'm going to assume the Blu-ray will be region B locked. And then the other UK only title is a 4K release and a separate Blu-ray release, probably say that up front, of Sam Raimi's The Gift. Now, some of you may remember, that just got announced here in the States from Scream Factory, 4K release coming soon, and now you in the UK can get it from Arrow. Retailing for £29.99, it is set for January 27th. And the cool thing about this one, so it's got a 4K master from the 35mm interpositive by Arrow Films and Shout Factory. So the 2 companies actually are sharing the transfer, which is good news. Has a 5.1 surround track, as well as a couple new commentary tracks and interviews, including one commentary track with critics Alexandra Heller-Nicholas and Josh Nelson, plus a new one with critic Megan Navarro, and an isolated music and effects track, plus Haunting Visions, a newly interview with actor Chelsea Ross, Savage Waters, a new interview with editors Bob Murawski and Arthur Coburn. And Bob Murawski edits, I think, most of Sam Raimi's film. And he also runs Grindhouse Releasing, in case you didn't know. Southern Gothic, a new interview with composer Christopher Young. 4 archival featurettes, promotional interviews, footage from the premiere, a music video for Furnace Room Lullaby by Neko Case, as well as trailer TV spots and radio spots. So more Sam Raimi in 4K, which I am always up for. And then the 4 remaining titles are US, Canada, and UK, so we can all get these, luckily. Let's see, which one let's do the Blu-ray first. So first up, set for January 7th, retailing for $39.99, is the Rampo Noir limited edition Blu-ray, which is a bit of an anthology. So 4 filmmakers from completely different backgrounds bring their radically personal takes to the stories of Japan's celebrated master of the macabre, Itogawa Rampo. And again, there's a Blu-ray release with obviously Japanese stereo and English subtitles. Thank goodness. New commentary track by Japanese film experts Jasper Sharp and Alexander Zatin, plus a couple of interviews, including Another World, a new interview with Suguru Takeuchi, director of Mars Canal, that story. Moving Transformation, new interview with Hisayasu Sato, director of Caterpillar. Butterfly Queen, new interview with Atsushi Kaneko, manga artist and director of Crawling Bugs. Hall of Mirrors, a new interview with cinematographer Masao Nakabori about working with Akio Jisoji and Mirror Hell. Butterfly Effect, a new interview with Akiko Ashizawa, cinematographer of Caterpillar. Looking in the Mirror, a new interview with actor Yumi Yoshiyuki about Mirror Hell, plus archive stage greeting footage with the cast and directors from the Japanese premiere, Crossing the Lens, a feature-length documentary from 2006, and an image gallery. So definitely, I've heard of this film, but I've actually never seen it. So looking forward to seeing these. You know, I mean, I love my anthologies, and I'm actually kind of surprised I never saw this one. Anyway, well, I can change that come January. And again, that one is Blu-ray only. The remaining 3 titles are 4K with separate Blu-ray releases. So let me just say that up front. Let's see, which one should we do? Let's do this one first. So we're, all right, it's coming. Where's it coming? January 14th, retailing for $49.99, is a 4K limited edition of the movie Incubus from 1966. So the interesting thing about this film, which I'll just mention real quick, is that it's kind of one of those where if I understand correct, I'm sure they'll get into it in the actual release, but it's like the film semi went missing. I think one of the few things that unfortunately still remains is like a print. I don't even think I think the negative might be gone. So this release is actually coming from a 35mm print. Now, I don't mind that. Again, whatever is available for a film, especially anything that's going to save it from disappearing forever. I don't care if this looks a little rough or not. Like, I can't. Yeah, I'm so happy that this film, at least in some way, is being saved. It's got a new commentary track with writer and genre historian David J. Scow, author of The Outer Limits, The Official Companion, plus an archival interview with star William Shatner. How about that? Archival commentary with the producer, cinematographer, and camera operator, as well as 2 versions of the film. So one versions, but I mean, the main one, which is in 4K, is in the 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio, but it actually does have a 4:3 or 1.37 to 1 aspect ratio presentation as well. So basically, I'm assuming that's an open matte version, but that one is HD only. So the 4K is only for the 185 version. And then finally, we have a new interview with genre historian Stephen Bissett. New interview with Esther Shore, author of Bridge of Words. Archival interviews with the key people behind it, plus a video trailer for the film. So again, this is that part of thing about like film history that I'm very, very supportive of. You know, it's because films can disappear so easily, and film elements especially can disappear in who knows, in like so many different ways, especially low budget films. And so whenever we can save anything from disappearing forever, I am for it, and I'm so glad this film is being saved. Again, that one is set for January 14th. All right, we only got 2 left. First up, set for January 14th. Priced at $59.99, retail price for $59.99, if I can say it, is a 4K release of Inglorious Bastards, the Quentin Tarantino film. Now, this has already gotten a 4K release from, was it Universal? I think it was Universal. Just a couple years ago. Now, I believe the transfer on this is the exact same transfer because it doesn't say anything about like a new transfer or anything. So this will be in one of their limited edition packages with new artwork plus a 60-page book on all kinds of writings of the film, the double-sided poster, replica Nation's Pride premiere program booklet. That's actually a cool extra. A La Louisiane beer mat, 3 postcard-sized double-sided art cards, a strudel recipe card, as well as a reversible sleeve. So it's so each version, so 4K one, separate Blu-ray one, has 2 discs. So one disc obviously has the movie. In the 4K set, it's I think just the movie, if I'm not mistaken. It does have a new commentary track. Let me get to that, with film critic and author Tim Lucas. And then obviously in the Blu-ray set, same thing. And then it's got the second Blu-ray in the set basically has the rest of the extras. Porting over pre-existing extras, but it does actually have a new interview with the editor Fred Raskin, new interview with special makeup effects supervisor Greg Nicotero, new interview with actor Omar Doom, a new visual essay by critic Walter Chaw, plus one by film scholar Pamela Hutchinson, new interview with film scholar Christine Latoux, and then extended alternate scenes, Nation's Pride, The Making of Nation's Pride, an archival featurette, archival interview with Quentin Tarantino, Brad Pitt, and Elvis Mitchell, a couple of archival featurettes, as well as a film poster gallery and the trailers. So this is definitely quite a packed version, and this is definitely one, obviously, like myself, if you're a fan of the film, I'm definitely going to pick this up. And again, that one is set for January 14th. And then the final title, which is set for January 21st, retailing for $49.99. Again, it'll be a 4K set and a separate Blu-ray set, is the movie The Cell from, what year was this? 2000, exactly. Definitely an interesting film and one that is loaded with visuals, so it actually should look pretty good in 4K. And it does have two cuts of the film, luckily both also in 4K. So it has 4K restorations of both the 107-minute theatrical cut as well as the 109-minute director's cut by Arrow Films, approved by the director. 2-disc set, and it's in one of, not like huge, I don't believe it's in one of their big sets, kind of one of the smaller ones, but it does come with an illustrated collector's book with a reversible sleeve, new art on one side and the original artwork on the other. And it's got a good amount of extras, including a new commentary track with film scholars Josh Nelson and Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, new audio commentary with screenwriter Mark Protasevich and film critic Kay Lynch, plus an archival commentary with the director and one with a bunch of people who worked on the film, as well as a projection of the mind's eye, a new feature-length interview with the director, and Between Two Worlds, a new in-depth interview with the director of photography, and then disc 2, which is a Blu-ray for obviously both sets, but it does have an alternate version plus more extras. So, previously unseen version of the theatrical cut of the film presented in 1.78 to 1 aspect ratio with alternate grading from a 2K master created by the director of photography. Now that's an interesting extra. I don't know, I think the main thing that stands out is one, the aspect ratio, which is interesting, unless this is a film that was sort of, it could have been Super 35 and then obviously matted for CinemaScope, which obviously is the main version of the film on the first disc is in the 2.39 to 1 aspect ratio. So it's interesting that this one's in 1.78. And also with different color grading. Interesting. And then finally, the last remaining extras is a new interview about the alternate version, a new visual essay by scholar Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, a new visual essay by film critic Abby Bender, plus an archival featurette, 8 deleted scenes and extended scenes with optional commentary by the director, 6 multi-angle archive visual effects vignettes, theatrical trailers, and an image gallery. So that's a cool one, and I think that's one that actually should look good in, like I said, in 4K, you know? If it's done right, I think those visuals are really gonna look great. And then that's it for the Arrow titles for January, so definitely an in mix here. And then obviously, yeah, Trick or Treat for crying out loud, you know, geez. And of course, right around the corner, we're gonna have the Scream Factory announcements for January as well, I think. Are we up to, for them? Yeah, January for them. And obviously the Vinegar Syndrome ones, which obviously will come up on November 1st, and that should also have a pre-order for some of the ones that they'll have towards the end of November, you know, during their big Black Friday sale that they do every year. And maybe all the rumors of them having The Keep, Michael Mann's The Keep, if it's true, I'm assuming we're going to know a week from this recording anyway. But obviously I'll get to that in a whole other video. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you got your order in for Trick or Treat, or if you have any interest in it, as well as the Arrow announcements for January. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.